surprised me, because usually military stuff has strong names, you know, Apache helicopter, Tomahawk missile, walkie-talkie. How did that slip through the system? It's a general talking to some guy. What do you have there, soldier? Well, it's a new communication device. It's untethered, which will enable the troops to speak effectively when they're in the field. What's it called? Walkie-talkie. Look, I'm walkie and I'm talking. Now you walkie and talkie, General. I'm walkie and talkie. Are you walkie and talkie?
Mm-hmm. That's old, right?
That's from his I Walked on the Moon.
How old is that?
That's probably 2005 or 6.
No, it's before that, because I saw that when I was in middle school. So
Mary's the Brian Regan nerd. So
I love Brian Regan. That's the first comedy special I ever saw. My friend's parents, when I told them I liked stand-up comedy, gave it to me on DVD to watch.
Yeah.
I don't know where they got it from.
Same thing happened to me when I told my
friend's
parents that I liked porn.
Yeah, they give it to you on DVD, Brian Regan.
I feel like
Brian Regan porn, yes.
I thought it was before that, because I definitely got it in middle school.
Well, I know, like, I started comedy in 2004, and that's when I learned about Brian Regan, and I think it came out that year.
December 2004.
Yeah.
Huh.
I Walked on the Moon is what it's called.
I walked on the moon.
Something to make Bill happy, I would think.
Well, we'll see.
Ben Roethlisberger has said, we don't have any chance against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, I already knew that, but I'm glad he's admitting it.
Right? He's coming right out and saying it.
Mm-hmm. Good. That's a strong leader right there. It's like, hey, we're playing with house money right now.
Right,
We're
he
happy
admits
be here,
to
blah,
it,
blah,
yeah.
blah.
Why am I going to say that we're going to have anything good to...
Yeah, I mean, we're probably 20-point underdogs, and we're going to the number one team that, I know they're not the number one seed, but they're the number one team that's won the AFC the last 2 years, arguably the best team in football. We don't have a chance, so let's just go in and play and have fun.
They're 20-point underdogs?
The Steelers, yeah.
Wow.
They don't score a lot of points. It's, yeah.
Well, there you go. Okay.
But then they go in there and they play loose and they have fun. Maybe they end up pulling some sort of crazy upset. I can see what a strategy is
like Colts
here.
and Jaguars.
Yeah, right? God, man. That's insane. I'm walkie and I'm talking.
I'm walkie and I'm talkie. I was reading about Alec Baldwin's daughter, the one that he called a rotten little pig back in the day, right?
I remember.
Is that the one
Ireland Baldwin. She's all grown up now. But she was talking about how she suffers from anxiety called cardiophobia, where she constantly thinks she's having or going to have a heart attack. She uses a blood pressure machine constantly to make sure that she isn't having a heart attack. She's 26, and if you follow her on Instagram, you saw this. She's cute, boy. I mean, Kim Basinger's her mom. So she comes from good stock.
Yeah.
The heart palpitations and chest pain brought on by your typical anxiety attack convinces me that I have an underlying heart condition that I don't have.
Or that you don't know about until you get a heart attack.
But how would that make you feel better, though?
What do you mean?
If you were constantly, I would just think that would add to the anxiety.
Taking your blood pressure?
Well, just going through all this rigmarole. I mean, if you guys talk about anxiety attacks all the time. If that's how you feel like you're having a heart attack or whatever, you know you're not.
You don't.
You don't know that you're not having a heart attack?
Don't say it in such a condescending tone.
I'm not. I'm
no.
saying, do you really not know that you're not having a heart attack?
You don't, because like you just said, all of the symptoms are exactly the same. You have chest pain, you have shortness of breath, your parts of your body can go numb. Like all of the symptoms are identical.
So every time you have an anxiety attack, you go, this could be a heart attack.
Yes.
Huh.
And because you're not in a 100% logical state of mind, because your body's so heightened from being in a sense of panic.
How come you guys aren't all checking your blood pressure all the time?
A friend of mine just got a blood pressure whatever machine for this exact reason.
I don't know them. How come you don't?
Because my panic attacks aren't that bad. I'm medicated now. I take a pill
I wonder why
every
Alec
day.
Baldwin's daughter isn't taking something.
She might. She might have severe anxiety.
She says she does not take medication because she does not believe in it.
There you go. There's your answer.
There you have it.
I don't believe in things that work.
Well, some people I know don't want to be on medication because they think they can do it on their own, or they don't want to rewire their brain, or they don't want to add chemicals into their body or whatever. But
what happened to lanes? What happened to lanes? I'm a big proponent of lanes.
Like stay in your lane?
Staying in your lane. What happened to lanes?
People got empowered without any actual accomplishment, and that kept them from staying in their lane.
Right, but you know that you don't know anything. I mean, it's all performative and so whatever. Like, figuring out what you're really good at, because everybody, irrespective of what you think, everybody's good at something. That's not like motivational poster type stuff. Everybody is good at something. Figuring out what you're really good at, or maybe even kind of good at, and drilling down into that. Instead of what we got, what Bill describes, is a nation full of dummies who are overnight doctors and lawyers and scientists and constitutional scholars. I'm all for curiosity. Like, if I'm veering into someone else's lane, it's out of curiosity. I'm curious what you know. I'm interested in what you know. It's not because I think I'm all of a sudden an expert instantly. You know, like if I get a message from a listener, I know how you can 100% improve your show. No, you don't. You don't. And I love people's ideas. Most of them stink. But I love people's ideas. Once in a while, I'll go, yeah, that's kind of funny. Because the audience will tell you what's funny about you sometimes.
Fine, I'll kill myself, Alan. Jesus, if this is what it's about.
I don't have anxiety anymore.
Like, I'm not going to change what you don't like about me, but I might do more of what you do like. That kind of thing, So when people are like, I don't believe in... Listen, man, you can believe in whatever you want, but... You haven't gotten to be more of an expert on something just because you're on Facebook a lot. So people fascinate me. I'm fascinated by the human condition.
Is this in general that you're saying this, or is this in reference to the Baldwin girl? This is more in general, right?
Yeah, in general.
Okay.
I mean, on the one hand, she's in the news because she's constantly freaked out with her anxiety attacks, and so she's turned to... a blood pressure monitor, a heart monitor, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But she won't take medication because she goes, I don't believe in it. Except it's all science.
But a lot of people...
I believe in this machine that measures my heart, but I don't believe in a pill that might mitigate those effects.
I don't think you're thinking of it in the right sense of believe. It's not that she doesn't believe the medicine will work. I'm just
quoting her.
Right,
I'm going by what she said.
A lot of people don't believe in Western medication where they want to do a holistic a lot of people don't take Tylenol.
That's the house I grew up in.
So
I know better than most people. But if you believe in a machine...
But I don't think she's saying I don't believe in medication in that it's not real or doesn't work. She might be saying I don't believe in medication as in I don't want to take that I don't want to put that into my body.
It might be what she means.
That's how I took it. But it's not going to be, I don't believe medication is a thing.
Well, I don't know what she means. I can only go by what she said. I can't read into what she means. You're probably right.
Because like you said, that wouldn't make any sense.
Well, a lot of people don't make any sense. That's what's so weird about it, right? All the people are like, I don't know what's in the vaccine. Guess what happens as soon as they get sick? They go to the hospital. And they go, give me whatever you got to keep me alive. That doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense.
I understand.
And I know human beings were not wired to be rational all the time. I understand that. But people who have gone off the goddamn deep end, that I don't understand. You're not going to convince me. It's just because people were bored. It's social media and boredom. I do realize that.
And they're locked in a room.
It's not like people's mothers and aunts became crazy overnight. It just doesn't happen. It's not like some veil was peeled off everyone's eyes and they're not in the Matrix anymore and they see what's going on. It's not. That's not what it is. So what happened to lanes?
Don't know.
Well, Jim Jeffries has a great bit about how America's number one in confidence, but really low in a lot of other things. Like education, 26 or 27, something like that. but number one in confidence.
Firearm fatalities,
Yeah,
right
stuff
there
like
at the
that,
top. You know,
yeah.
I mean, literacy.
So there's a lot of
We lead the developed world in childhood mortality,
Right.
infant mortality.
Exactly. So that's kind of why the lanes go away, because everyone, we do it all the time where we say something that we're pretty sure about, but we don't know 100%, but we say it like we know.
But I mean,
You do that.
But we all know.
We all do that.
Well, no, but we all know that exists.
Right.
I'm curious why here that exists. Because social media, everybody in every
Right.
country has social media. It's not like
Yeah.
Facebook is confined to the United States. So why us?
But because
And you've got crazy people in other parts of the world, but boy,
Well,
we
okay.
take the goddamn cake.
I mean-
and I don't get it.
In a more narrowed sense, I don't really appreciate you saying stay in your lane when you have on multiple occasions talked down to Cody and I about anxiety when you've never experienced it. Why can't you stay in your lane about not having those experiences?
I don't talk
stay
down
in
to
your
you guys.
bad
I talk out of
places.
curiosity.
The way you just said it, when you said, really? You don't know that you're not having a heart attack?
I'm asking you a question.
Does that tone not imply
What are you, my girlfriend? My
condescension?
tone.
But I'm saying, if you're going to sit here and tell people to stay in their lane, you talk about things like that, or you can have
First
an
of all,
opinion on something that you've never experienced.
First of all, you don't know that I've never experienced it. You know what I tell you I've experienced. Second of all, my tone has nothing to do with the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Every time Cody and I have talked about anxiety, you say, I don't experience that, so I defer to you.
Which is why I ask a bunch of questions. I don't tell you guys to suck it up and get over it. I ask.
You have told Cody multiple times to suck it up and get over it.
I've told him to fix his diet and exercise. That's what I've said. Both of which would help him immeasurably.
And I agree with that.
So we have no argument there. Second of all, I ask you guys questions all the time because I don't know.
Okay.
Real quick.
But
My tone has nothing to do with what I'm saying.
But are you really going to sit here and say that tone is not something that should be read into? Because asking the
Don't read into my tone. Listen to what I'm saying.
saying the exact same thing two completely different ways. You could have said it in a more compassionate. Really, you don't know that you're not having a heart attack, and
pretzels.
really, you don't know that you're not having a heart attack. Those
These
are two
pretzels
different
That was a
things.
are
legitimate
making me
question.
thirsty. These pretzels are making me thirsty.
That was a legitimate question. You honestly don't know that you're not having a heart attack.
Right. And that is okay. So then I'm reading too much into your tone. Then,
Yes,
is what
because
you're
I'm not
saying.
trying to show compassion. I'm asking, you really don't know that you're not having a heart attack?
Okay, and if you were to sound like that, I would say no.
It's the same
It is
tone.
absolutely not.
You really don't know that you're not having a heart attack?
And that right there is a condescending grow up.
It's
How
not
dare you not have a heart attack?
You
tone.
are projecting.
not.
It's projecting insecurity on something somebody else is saying. Why would I condescend to you about something I don't know anything
Because
about?
I don't think that you think anxiety is a real problem. I think that
When
you don't,
have I ever said that?
It's not what you said. It's how you say
Oh,
things.
here we go. How you
It's
say
how
things.
You say things.
No,
But
listen
that's
to
your
listen-
anxiety reading into how he's
Listen to
saying
the
things.
words. I have never once said I don't think it's a real thing. It's clearly a real thing. Clearly a real thing. If I didn't think it was a real thing, I would never talk about it.
That's not true.
What? Do I ever talk about the Easter Bunny? Or
Yes.
Santa Claus?
What?
Only when it comes to Bob Seger.
No, that's why I ask you guys questions.
Bob Seger.
Not Bob Seger. Doesn't matter. Go ahead.
I go, tell me. Because I don't know.
Springsteen.
Bruce Springsteen.
Right?
Right.
Springsteen.
I was trying to think of Santa Claus coming to town.
Oh, coming
Yeah.
to town. Yeah.
It's the song that made him.
I don't think I'm alone in hearing that type of thing in some of the things that you say. Hearing
You
some
might not be.
condescension or
But that's
hearing,
not on, there's a lot of weirdos. It's not on me.
okay.
I'm not alone. What does that mean? I'm not alone in hearing your tone.
I don't think that I'm wrong. I don't think
Those are two different things. To say I'm not alone and I don't think I'm wrong. You can be wrong with a whole bunch of other people that think the same way.
okay.
You can be wrong in a crowd. What I'm
Can you
saying,
at least admit that tone is a real thing that can make the same sentence mean two different things?
sure.
Okay.
But
And
my
that's-
tone was not one of condescension. My tone was, hey, you really you can't tell you're not having a heart attack?
And there's skepticism in that.
No,
in the way
it
that
was
you say it,
questioning.
there's skepticism.
Okay, fine.
So
Because
that
I
makes
don't
it-
know.
Because
if
that
I
makes it seem like you're like, okay, crazy person.
No, again, projection, dude.
I
not. Have I ever called you crazy?
Not at all.
No.
But I'm saying the way that you say things, especially coming to anxiety, as this is a topic we have breached before, That is the impression you give off.
That's all. By the way, all that's secondary. This girl's walking around with a blood pressure machine.
Well, and that's
because
why
she doesn't believe in medication for the condition that she's trying to fix with her blood pressure machine.
Has she not heard of an Apple Watch?
I know, right? They do all of it. They tell you when all that stuff's going on.
You don't have to go Apple. There's plenty of wearable devices that keep track of your heart rate.
I have PTSD from a deployment. Somebody says I've been to the hospital multiple times because I thought I was having a heart attack.
But did you really think you were having a heart attack?
No,
Are you sure?
That's my question. Are you sure?
Yes.
That means that every time you're having an anxiety attack, because you guys talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
My anxiety is through the roof, blah, 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 right?
Mm-hmm.
That means that every time you're having an anxiety attack, your body thinks, maybe I'm having a heart attack.
Yes.
Wouldn't you be at the hospital all the time?
Your
People
brain
are.
thinks that.
No,
and
are you?
I am not personally,
Why?
no, but I went through phases of that where I'm like, I have to go to the ER because this is the first time I ever had a panic attack. I called 911 because I was positive that it was a heart attack because I had never had an anxiety attack before, and every symptom I was having is a sign of a heart attack.
Does a doctor say, hey, here are some ways so that when this happens, it will happen again, obviously. It's not like you have it one time.
Right.
A doctor, I want to make sure my tone is okay here. Doesn't a doctor say, hey, next time, here's some things
Yes,
you can do so that
absolutely.
you don't freak yourself out?
Yes, here's ways to
Because
calm
they
down.
don't
Try
want
this, try
the
that.
ER doesn't want to be packed full of people having anxiety attacks.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah.
But they also have to take it seriously because all of your symptoms could be life-threatening if it is a heart attack. I have chest pain. I have shortness of breath. My lips are numb. I can't, those types of things. My arm is numb. Those are all signs of a heart attack. So they're taking you at your word, get you back there, hook you up to a machine, find out that your heart is completely fine. When I called 911, that's what they did. It's your brain that's messed up. And they say, hey, everything checks out. Everything is completely normal, vitals-wise. This is an anxiety attack.
And then they suggest ways that you can mitigate those.
Why don't you name 5 things you can see and calm down?
But why don't you...
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Name 5 things you can see.
It brings you back into the moment.
Yeah.
Just
I
anything
see.
to ground you. Name things you can see, taste, touch, feel. There's 100 different things you can do while you're having a anxiety attack.
And it is important to remember that, yes, we have suggested on multiple occasions to Poundcake that diet and exercise will help him deal with his anxiety. And he's taken those to heart and done...
I'm probably about to have a heart attack. I'm taking it to heart.
You can't handle this conversation.
Yeah, I thought you were going somewhere and like gonna take a spin class or something. I thought you were.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay.
But when?
I don't have a date on it yet. Got some new gym clothes I got for Christmas, and I'm going to wait till March to wear them.
Is that what it is? You got new gym clothes.
No, I didn't get any gym clothes. No. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna put on these gym shorts.
The gym clothes he has
leggings.
is all pristine.
There's
Actually-
clothes from a guy named Jim.
No, because that's the one part of my wardrobe where I have literally 2 pairs. Like I have like some shorts, and then I have like compression shorts, I guess. And I have them, and they're beat to shreds because those are the only 2 I wear when I go to work out, and that's what it is. So when I go, the gyms are kind of crowded right now, per my roommate. So when everyone breaks their New Year's resolution, I'm gonna be right there. I'm like, see, new to the game, man. I get it. I get any machine I want.
Compression shorts.
Yeah,
That are shredded.
got threads sticking off of them.
Yeah. No, I understand. All right.
They're so like wide now, especially because I gotten bigger. Like my leg hair stick out, so I'm like, all right, well, I need to get some new one of these.
Oh, your hair poke through the shorts?
They're all, yeah, they're
Wow.
stretched for dear life.
All right.
Stop laughing at me, Bill.
It's funny. It's funny the way you're saying it. Like you're being funny.
I know. It's just the way I am. My jar.
But you can
Stop.
What?
You can start eating right now.
I still have my 2 Chick-fil-A gift cards. I
And
haven't
then
used yet.
remember, it was after he gets through all of his gift
After I
cards.
get through all my gift cards.
We have faith in you. I mean, it's a new
I
year, and
don't.
I do. I mean, I think when some people have to, I don't know, some people have to get to a certain point and they go, I gotta do something.
Well,
He might not be there yet.
I got there today. Fat pants won't button.
when we're in the new building, we'll have access to a gym. So
Yeah, but
can
he'll
all go
also have
together.
access to Shake Shack,
Right.
Taco Bell Cantina. Oh, he ain't gonna be in Robex.
all right there.
Oh my God, I'm
he'll-
telling you.
Is it Potbelly?
Yeah, downtown food. I don't even get that delivered because it
You
takes
can be
too
at
long.
Colossal Cupcakes every
Oh,
other
God,
day.
it's so good.
you can walk across the street and get all that stuff.
I know
And there's
that's
that soda
Campbell's
shop.
popcorn
I was gonna say,
and-
there's that soda shop with
Atomic
all the
candy or
Yeah.
whatever.
downtown food. Downtown
Fizz
eating
Pop, whatever it's called.
is a different type of snackery because I don't even order that on Uber Eats because it takes like 50 or 60 minutes. I'm like, I'm not going to deal with that. I don't live downtown. That's for downtown people. But when I'm downtown,
You're gonna be on my 400-pound life. by the time-
downtown. Poundcake gonna get you there.
I got to take a break. By the way, happy birthday to the gorgeous Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who is
Hey.
61
Happy
years old
birthday.
today.
Damn, she looks great.
Yeah, she does. I got to take a break. You want the last word in? Shoot me a text, 35192, and we'll be back after these.